Okay, my walkaway story. Well, as a classical liberal, I suppose I never walked anywhere, but the modern left lurched away from me, so here I still sit as a classical liberal. And you might be wondering what differentiates the two. First, I believe in empiricism over ideology. Empiricism is a rigorous endeavor. It's a search for the truth, a truth that can be replicated as a real pattern in the physical world. Ideology, on the other hand, acts cultish, for lack of a better word. Members must guard the truth, no matter how false, no matter how preposterous, no matter how at odds with material reality. I believe in debating ideas. Great ideas are not only open to scrutiny, but welcome scrutiny. Bad ideas can only thrive when they are not challenged. They can never be exposed to the light of inquiry. Therefore, bad ideas must silence all challenges. How? By labeling the challengers as bad people. You must destroy their character. If I throw out an idea that is at odds with your concept of reality, for instance, I say 3 plus 3 equals 10, and someone challenges that idea, I don't have a lot of options. I can't argue the merits of 3 plus 3 equals 10. So what do I do when I reach into my grab bag? Well, one clever way of doing it is to label you, discredit you, accuse you of something heinous, silence you because you see my idea 3 plus 3 equals 10. I want that to move forward. It's my ideology. If you come at me with facts, you're going to ruin my 3 plus 3 equals 10. I cannot have that. So I must silence you. Second, I believe in individuality. I believe people should be judged on the content of their character and not on their immutable characteristics, those characteristics that cannot change. To prejudge people on immutable characteristics is ultimately awful, and it can lead to awful things, as we've seen throughout history. To attribute an adjective to a set of people based on immutable characteristics is regressive. It ignores human nature. It divides humanity into groups who may or may not have anything in common. There are other factors. I believe in personal responsibility, and that's number 3. I do not subscribe to an ideology that would absolve me of personal responsibility. Look down on me. Expect less of me. How condescending. Turn me into a victim. Turn me into a pawn or a pet. No. There is no currency in sloughing off personal responsibility. That's where real empowerment lies. I am wholeheartedly responsible for my actions. Likewise, I'm not responsible for your actions. Not today, not tomorrow, and certainly not yesterday. I believe, number 4, in modernity, and that includes science, and science includes biology and genetics and all the implications. And so in that, I am not a postmodernist. And while it's fun to look at something in a variety of ways, we must not demonize logic. Logic, again, is empirical. It's based on evidence that can be duplicated. Again and again, a pattern that proves true. Again and again. 2 and 2 still equals 4. And we cannot be compelled to say otherwise without losing our safety or our sanity. If you compel me to say that 2 plus 2 does not equal 4, you're robbing me of my sanity and my safety. No one wants to step on a bridge or an airplane designed by an engineer who decided that, hey, there's just, no, 2 plus 2 equals 4. I don't think so. I'm just going to make up my own equation. 2 plus 2 equals 7. Would you step on that airplane with those measurements, those dimensions? No, doubtful. Our safety depends on facts and not random fictions. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Fiction, however, has its place, and that leads me to my most important final point. Creativity. Creativity is rooted in freedom of expression, and freedom of expression is grounded in freedom of speech, that big doozy. And as an author, I take all three of those very seriously. I don't write fiction to push ideology, to indoctrinate, to force. No, I write it because I must. Hopefully it'll reflect human nature in some way. Maybe it'll inspire or maybe entertain. So recently, while pitching a future novel online, a social media outrage mob of authoritarians decided they did not like my character and her attitude towards her main problem, which was her weight. My character is not happy about her weight, not happy about her addictions. But over the course of the novel, she takes personal responsibility for her life, for herself, for her choices. She learns to make better choices. There's an arc there. The authoritarians, the hive mind, felt that she, a dangerously obese woman, should be thrilled with her body the way it was. They said that 300 pounds is awesome. No different health-wise than someone who's perfectly fit. When I went through a list of the health implications for my character, the authoritarian suggested, seriously, that obese people are oppressed. Oppressed. Not by their own choices. No. But by the patriarchy and white supremacists. This is what I was told. My fictional character is oppressed by white supremacists. And they wanted me to write her that way. You get the gist of it. This is becoming predictable. So political correctness in that case was literally not polite, not correct, not helpful, not honest. The ideological authoritarians reveled in their collective cruelty that they unleashed upon me as a unified hive mind in hopes of derailing my creativity or having me rewrite the character. Ultimately, ideology makes us less smart than we might have been, less inquisitive, less curious. The answers are already pre-packaged for us in the ideology. We're forced to demonize, prejudge, override our own senses. We're forced into echo chambers, unwilling to engage with people, with ideas. We are hermetically sealed and bound by our talking points. We move as a hive mind. That's not for me. No. Words are still better than fists. And when people are terrified to speak about their feelings and their opinions, when they're afraid to explore, they will do so, for better or worse, in the privacy of the voting booth. We are a common humanity, made up of unique individuals who work together and thrive based on shared values and a foundation based in logic. And because we're grounded in logic, we can take flights of fancy every now and again. I'm hopeful that we're going to regain our footing. I think we will. But it takes courage. It takes courage.